to get your fiber that you're going to need. But when you're juicing, we don't need the fiber, because what the fiber does, it inhibits the digestion of the nutrition, of the nutrients in the food. And especially if people have, problems with digestion, they're not going to digest the food as well with all the fiber. So when you take away the fiber, it's much easier for your body to digest. Have you ever eaten a big Thanksgiving meal, and then after the big Thanksgiving meal, everybody just feels like taking a nap? Well, that's because the digestion takes a lot of energy out of your body to digest the food, to get energy out of the food you just ate. So the Thanksgiving meal is the extreme example of, getting tired after eating. Now the juicing is the total other end of the spectrum, because when you juice, you're breaking down the fiber, so it's one of the easiest foods to digest that you'd ever eat. So when you juice, it's absorbed into your body and digested usually within a half hour, as quick as a half hour after you've juiced, and you'll have some immediate energy. Also, you don't feel tired after you juice because it's easy for your body to digest the juice where you've already removed the fiber. Because if we eat, say, this romaine lettuce leaf, two things happen. We digest it, and from one end out of us comes, the fiber, and one end comes the liquid. And so the juice extractor is basically just simplifying that process so our body does not have to extract the fiber from the liquid, and we're doing it, so we take an immense load off our body. So this is really good for healing, for example. So when your body can not have to use its energy to digest, it can be used to heal. So we're about full on the juice now. Let me juice a couple more dark leafy greens, since they're so good for us. And then I'll show you how easy it is to clean this juicer. So we got some lettuce stock here we're going to put in. We'll give this a little shake here to shake it down. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and we'll stop the juicer. And so you can see all the produce we used was turned into this pulp here. I could take the pulp in my hand here and squeeze it out, and you can see, it's pretty dry. And here's the juice we made, and we'll let the strainer filter out some more juice there. As I said, you can mix the pulp into the juice and drink it, or you can discard it. Now with the pulp, a lot of people ask me, John, what do you do with the pulp? Well, there's a couple things you could do. We feed it to our dogs. We put it in with their dog food at night, and they like to eat the pulp. And it's very good for them because they get extra fiber. You could actually, mash it up with some avocados and maybe some dulse seaweed, and you could use it as a filling if you eat, at night. You could put it into a romaine lettuce leaf as a wrap. You could use the carrot pulp, to make a carrot cake or a raw carrot cake. You could dehydrate the pulp to make some crackers. Worms really like the pulp, so you could compost it for worm composting. You could also just regular compost it as well. So we're going to show you how easy it is to clean the juicer now. So the steps are really easy. Let me go ahead and move the juicer over here near the sink. And we're going to basically grab a scrub brush here. So I have a scrub brush. And turn the water on, and then we're going to take the juicer part. So the first part to clean, usually I just take a little bit of dish soap, put it on the brush, and I'll take the brush and just scrub off the pieces while I'm running it under some water real quick. And now they do not recommend that you put the juicer parts in the dishwasher because they can melt. So if you do choose to put them in the dishwasher, I would only put them on the top shelf with no heat. So as you can see, I'm just, washing the juicer parts off under the water, and then I'm placing them on the drain rack. So this part just turns to come off, And then you can just easily wash this out using the dish brush. Just scrub it out. The next part, and the trickiest part to clean on the juicer, is the screen. Sometimes you got to wiggle it out a little bit, and you can see the screen gets, caked on with the pulp, and it's just doing its job. And you're just going to rinse that out. And stick the brush into the screen and twirl it around. Clean it on the inside. Then you're going to do the same thing on the outside. Just vigorously brush it. Now the screen's the hardest part of the juicer to clean. And if you just wriggle, brush it pretty good. And the juicer does include a special brush to allow you to more effectively clean the juicer out. Or you can just buy one, at the dollar store or the grocery store. So we got, the juicing screen here. Pretty clean, it's no longer full of pulp. The main areas you want to look at is you want to make sure this juicing screen where all the small holes are basically clear. I mean, you could also take the brush and push it through, which will actually sometimes dislodge some of the pulp. Over time, this may get stained and some juicing pulp may be stuck in there, and you want to soak this in some OxyClean and some hot water like overnight, and it'll clean it right up. Next part to clean you take out is the auger, and this just really melts right off. You just see it melt right off after I just, put it in some water. And as I'm putting it under the water, I'm just scrubbing it real quick with a little bit of dish soap. Cleans right up. This is one of the easiest juicers to clean. Put it on the dish rack. Last part we need to clean is the main housing. You just take that off, and I just slide the water through there like this, and take the dish brush. Run it through like that. Do water through the top, maybe through the bag. Run this in there. Very easy. Now the one thing to remember when you're juicing that's very important is to clean the machine right after you're done. Because if you don't clean the machine right after you're done and the pulp gets stuck on, that's when it gets very hard to clean. So look, this is the fresh green juice that I just made, and I'm going to enjoy this. Delicious. Bon appetit, and be sure to visit discountjuicers.com/cancer, CANCER, for a special offer on the Omega 8003 or 8005 model that we'll be having for you guys. And also remember to drink the juice right after you make it, because if you don't drink the juice right after you make it, some of the beneficial effects dissipate over time. We also have a lot of articles and information on the website about how to store your juice if you do need to store it, although I do recommend to drink it right after you make it for the highest benefits. All right, thank you very much, and hope to talk to you soon.